Hello and welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus with the Heretic expansion pack. I did manage to pick that up. My name is KaffeineGaming and this is a new Let's Play that we're doing. We're gonna go through the tutorial today, or at least part of the tutorial today, start on a new game. We're gonna be doing difficulty normal. We're not gonna be doing any of these right now. Permadeath, Iron Man tutorial, we're gonna keep that one. You can also customize the difficulty to do all sorts of things. You can disable things, you can turn things off, like you can turn off the AoE weapons. I think there's a achievement for that. We're gonna just keep it on default and start a new game. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war feats serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology, ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of their machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines within gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weaknesses, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. It is the time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this ignited galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age, or perhaps they will be the ones to hasten its dawn. An echo in the Noosphere, Magos. Old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The Great Divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silva Tenebris, part of the Amiasis Ocelarius within Ultima Segmentum. Search the roles, Redditus, gather them. I'm hoping I'm going to be pronouncing these names correctly, but highly unlikely. Just warning you. That's the one and only warning you're going to get. Oh, what's all this? Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I fear. I hope I have awoken it. I came to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes. Threats to body and soul, but by the Omnissiah I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Resak. He vanished while on an explorator mission to investigate xenostructures on Silva Tenebris. Hypothesis, he found something. Clearly, he said he did. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Benefit analysis, peace for sector, knowledge for mankind, potential and opportunity. Scaevola here speaks in binary, essentially. Binary cant, I think is what it says. So she speaks with this weird, basically like coding language. It's kind of hard to translate into actual speech. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos, Scaevola, not appropriate them. The Myskrian manuscripts, verse 619, what the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. was a lot. It's like we were in the eastern fringe. Silva Tenebris, there's our coordinates if you're looking for it. I didn't notice this the first time, but our ship looks like a cathedral. Oh, hey. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere, standard, breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in a stable orbit, Magos. Administratium records indicate a single colony, St. Eckhard's Hope, on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitarii will deploy to the surface near the ruins along with the team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Servo Skull Redditus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I will set up a forward command post. Brisak's transmission looked like it came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priest can begin the exploration. Alright, so it looks like we have found the Agrolek sector. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stirred architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there are fissures in the structure, then they cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirits of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking a merciless guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors. The ancient dust stirs, and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by our fragmentary information, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let secrets of this world equal 0. I counsel caution, Magos Fastinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saints 7.91. In the presence of Xenos lies the invisible miasma of corruption. Destruction is not possible from orbit, Videx. The structure is too deeply buried. And Scaevola, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. So they've actually got 2, I don't say factions in this, but you've got the 2 main characters, Scaevola and Videx. Videx is a priest and is very religious. Scaevola is a researcher of sorts. The exploratory unit of Tex Priest is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There is no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a moral threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command throne. Servo Skull Redditus shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah be praised, we're going in. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just ignore our skull. That's the skull up here in the top left. We're gonna be ignoring our Servo Skull because I've done the tutorial multiple times, so I know what's going on. But let's talk a little bit about this particular screen. This is the Noospheric view. Essentially, we are on the command ship looking down at what our people are doing. And yeah, so we're actually we're not actually in the action. On the bottom part of our screen, we've got various people and a whole bunch of servitors. These are our tech priests, and we've got an apprentice Jeremiah and Magos Manarius. On the left side, we have who's got the initiative advantage in battle. Top right, we've got our total Blackstone as well as our menu, so if you want to do anything, you have it there. Our mission objectives, which will change from different deployments. And in the bottom right, we have canticles, which we don't have any of at the moment, so don't worry about it. In the center of the screen, we've got the map. And essentially for this, for the tutorial, we just have to follow along the path. But in other deployments, we will have different options and we'll get to decide what to do. These Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. They are my undoers. Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of the Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk could move our understanding of the knowledge ahead for the first time in centuries. This is the work of the alien Magos Codex. I love this guy and his little sayings from whatever religious text he's pulling from. Fulmintius 8312, show caution and scored in all things. So in this case, we get to decide what we want to do. So it says ahead is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches the tall ceiling of this chamber. We have 3 options: scrutinize, secure, or scourge. Scourge, yeah. So we can destroy the obelisk, secure it, or examine. Let's destroy the obelisk in this case. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Something's happening in there, something huge. I don't believe it matters. I believe whatever you do here, the same response will happen. Nectolith source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. This guy is our quartermaster, by the way. So from that, we get 150 Blackstone. I don't know if it matters what we do there, but I'm 100% sure that we always get Blackstone as part of the tutorial. Now, when we go to these rooms that don't have anything, well, nothing happens. So that's kind of nice. Now we've got a battle. So just a heads up. Let's go. We're going in. Necrons. Rasak did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off this planet. Every datum we have says they are as deadly as they are inhuman. All right, so we have got consistency, crusade, or caution here. The cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures, but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with following the established combat engagement protocols. It shall be done by the book. Now, in this case, the different choices will have different responses in battle, but really it doesn't matter. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Adeptus cognators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this standard construct. Necron warrior. Weak spots detected. None equal concerning. I wonder about the symbols emblazoned on their torsos. It must... Do not underestimate Goss weaponry, highly volatile. This is true. I have heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also double-checking cognators. Widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left the time to do so. Wounds that would instantly kill a Scutari are the equivalent of a Class C graze to Necrons. So if you've ever had like in like Final Fantasy, the Doom spell, I think it's the Doom spell, where like the undead will reanimate, that's essentially what they're gonna do. We're only gonna be fighting 2 guys here, so let's go ahead and start. Let's go over here. Now, actually let's just jump into battle. It'd be a little bit easier to do that. Okay, just stop. I know how to do this. So you can actually rotate the map, first of all, which may be useful if you're trying to see around corners and whatnot. On the top part of the map here, you've got the turn order. So for example, this Necron warrior will be going next. This Necron warrior will be going last. And we have a new round symbol here, which starts the new round. That's more important a little bit later. In the bottom part of the map, we've got dark canticles that we have none of. We've got basically our different attacks and things we can do. We've got an Omniscient Axe, which does physical damage. We've got the Phosphor Serpenta, which does energy damage, and we've got our servo skull. We can also delay our turn or end turn depending on what we're going to do. Up here we've got the Noosphere view that you can use to actually see the names of everything. Could be useful if you're trying to figure out stuff. I think it also, well, let's actually find out something. Let's go ahead and use the servo skull. Stop. And scan this guy. So you can see he's actually strong against energy damage. And yes, so it actually pops up with what he is weak to or strong against, so that's actually really useful. We're kind of limited on what, we don't have enough cognition points to actually use that. Let's go ahead and go over to this pillar here, which has got this little, I don't know what to call it. It's cognition points is what it is. Now we still don't have enough points and able to do anything, but that is okay. We're gonna just go around the corner here. In this case, I don't care too much if we take a lot of damage. Would be kind of annoying, but it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cognition as well, and we're gonna go scan this guy. This guy is got some defense against physical, and he has a macro stubber, which does physical damage. So let's go ahead and... Now we are going to take some damage here from this guy. He does 3 points of energy damage. That really sucks, but we'll be okay. Now, if you go to the next round and your guys are standing next to cognition, they will automatically pick it up. And then at the start of every round, if you have any cognition, you can spend it to actually summon forth your troops. These guys are servitors. They have a melee attack. These guys also have this skill on the far right. It says dead scan, collect 1 cognition point when hit by an enemy. Kind of nice, actually. You get free cognition if you take damage. Are you kidding me? It's fine. And now we can actually use the weapon that we have because we have enough cognition points for it. So let's go ahead and do that. Isn't that nice? Actually a very nice attack. We can't quite get to this Necron, so that's kind of crappy. Okay, this guy's gonna take more damage. I don't particularly care about this at the moment. It's gonna suck, but it should be okay. Let's go ahead and take this Necron out. Oh, and we did a crit. If you do a crit, you automatically take the enemy out. As you saw, he went flying, and we got the cognition for it. Now we do kind of have to wait here. Okay, I'm not gonna summon anything. Not too worried about this. Have this guy go down here. Not too worried about this. We should be able to take out this guy. Now, one of the other things you can do is it says it can collect 1 cognition point. So you can actually target the pillars or other cognitions in order to just gather those if you need them. We don't really need them, but it is an option if, you have that. Now, normally they go down like that, which essentially means that they are not dead. And if we had any more rounds or any more enemies, he would have 3 rounds to actually reanimate. We'll see that later. All Xenos life form purged. All right, and as you can see at the bottom here, we have kept our our HP damage, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna worry about it. Hypothesis formulation: sarcophagi coffins burial places. Structural purpose designation tomb. All right, in the chambers ahead are several groups of structures like upright coffins of an unknown material. We can ignore them, we can intrigue, we basically check them out, or we can destroy them. Let's go ahead and ignite them. And we get 2 batches of Blackstone here. What probably this was probably cognition points, but as you can see, our cognition down here is the little cogs are full, so we got Blackstone instead. And we're gonna be going into yet another battle here, so let's just do that. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick omnispec scan reveals you're surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Okay, again, we've only got 2 guys. I'm gonna send this guy over here and put this guy here. Let's go ahead and bring out a couple of our servitors. We're gonna want to keep our servitors close to us. We're gonna need those for our guys. Let's see here. Let's scan this guy. Ooh, beautiful. I should note here that the OST for this game is absolutely, it's actually not moved too far forward. Let's see if he attacks the servitors. It's actually like super amazing. I really, really love it. So we get cognition from that guy because that's how the servitors work. Don't worry too much about them. They do their own thing. And for the most part, they don't take any real... Well, we'll show you what happens at the end of the battle. There is something that can happen if you take damage. Can I really not reach them? Okay, moving on after I got a package in the mail. So as you can see here, if I kind of put my guy anywhere in here, there's no symbol above this guy. Let's turn the map other way. If I move him a little closer, that symbol appears. So I don't care about that. We're gonna be using some cognition points to move a little bit closer so I can do some damage. Might take out one of my servitors. It isn't terribly great for him to take out the servitor. Okay, he's gonna attack the other one. There is a reason I want to keep my 4 servitors for the final battle. All right, but we'll be okay. We got a new enemy here that just popped up out of the ground. What are those? Opportunity equal knowledge. Gather. Must obtain required. Scarabs detected. Source data surfacing. No life forms detected. Area safe. Continue forward. Predatus. Verify your cognators. Tell me what surfaced from Magos Resax cognators. Cogitators? Cogitators. Those are cogitators. I've been saying that wrong. Scarabs of an unknown Xenos race. Biology. Synthetic. Possible. Artificial intelligence. Once specimens gathered, AI theory equals false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show there are many variants of Scarab, each with their own roles within Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. It appears the machine spirit is with us. We've been able to access some more of Resac's data that we thought was corrupt. It must be due to us recording these Xenos forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with the access to those cogitator records. It's unsure why he would lock this under a synthetic proximity encryption. Long story short, scarabs are terrible creatures, and we need to be cautious about it. Let's go ahead and summon one more of these guys. And I want to take out... Oh, I'm trying to use the wrong guy. Let's go ahead and actually do damage to the scarabs. Now, we can't see how much damage we did because, well, we just can't. No. As you can see, they heal. Thanks, guys. But that's okay. We'll be okay. Let's wander over here and do more damage to these guys. I would like to take the scarabs down. They can do reasonable amounts of damage. The problem... Yeah, let's get rid of this guy. The problem with the scarabs is they also do damage if they are feeling particularly spicy, which is not good for us. Okay, so the scarabs are gonna move, which allows us to do an opportunity attack there, and we defeated it, so that was nice. Now, you can see here that that Necron warrior had a 3 and now it has a 2 because it is going to respawn. Now, these guys are ranged only, so they will try to move away when their turn comes around, which will be good for us. Let's go ahead and actually take care of that Necron. We do have the Scarabs left. The Necron warriors are a little bit worse off for us. Okay, we don't need to spawn anybody else in. What we do want to do though, let me just go up here. I'll show this off. In order to get rid of our corpses, we need to attack. Now, our weapons, when charged, will have Machine Spirit. Let me see if there's anybody, once I get through this, we'll see if anybody else has Machine Spirit. No, stay over here. Yeah, like this guy right here has Machine Spirit, which at the very bottom of every weapon, they will charge, and then when it is full, they will glow red. And on the far right here, it says Machine Spirit, you get +3 damage. This is very nice. Okay, so like this one here gives us +2 damage. All right, can we just take this guy out, please? Boom, done. And then at the end of the battle, if you have not cleared out the bodies, you still get all the cognition and then the battle ends. All Xenos life forms purged. Congratulations, we did it. Now, we've got one more place to go. Any place that has these little diamonds on it is the objective. This is where we're going. Negative signs of hostile forces, seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed, permission authorized. Acknowledged, Magos. Protocol begins. What is primary focus, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations, any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary, source of the purpose of this tomb, why it was built. Interface of devices all but eroded. There is one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to Imperium Archotech. This might take a while. Idea. Magos, if I may take host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Improved. Noospheric interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions, Magos. Deconstructive device. Activate switch mechanisms. Learn Necron language and return later. What will it be, sire? Always so meticulous with your list, Tech Inquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms. Although I detest to do so, the promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower ourselves to the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the Archotech we seek. Archaeotech? Archaeotech. Protocol updated. Confusion. Noospheric interference? Disconnect at once. Purged. Reset. Noospheric disconnect complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sire, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. As Tech Inquisitor Scaevola left suddenly, my cogitators glitched. Augmentations entered sporadic reaction protocols and have fried vital signs rigidatory. Oh my gosh. Rigidatories? Unclear of full damage report. Necron device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. Fragmenting? Still fragmenting. Remove yourself from the Noospheric, Scaevola. Redditus, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitarii cohorts across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitarii that were covering the entrance to this tomb. We can hear noises of approaching forces. Improve protection protocols, load weapons, and ready for what is to come. We must face the Xenos. Good job, guys.
Awake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet burn, life yet blossoms. Is it truly time?
Oh boy. Thrones of Mars, what was that? An omnilinguistic transmission, Magos. It seems these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of this structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Principal Xenos Warform sighted. Exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? The cohort reaches a large chamber beneath the first layers of Xenos ruins. Bridges stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together, while rubble falls from the high walkways like breadcrumbs, escaping into the abyss below. We have 3 options here: to leave, to capture, or to stand ground, which is basically going to be what this battle does. If you stand ground, you will fight. If you capture, I believe you will also fight. We're going to fall back. We're going to get the tech priests out of there. I concur, Magos, but I fear this foe will not give us leave to depart.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
We need to escape. Yeah, the tech priest here must escape. It doesn't matter about anybody else, but we do need to figure out how to get out of here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place my guys on the left side of this, and then I'm going to bring in some servitors. Now, if you go ahead and look here, there is a Necron warrior, and that dude, which gonna be a problem for us. So I think that there's 3 ways up. You have to go up and around to escape. So let's go ahead and start the battle here. Now we're gonna want to get those servitors in here. We're gonna go ahead and just delay them, which means that they'll wait and they will pop. You can see here that they're now at the end of the round. Now here's what I want to do. I want to move forward and collect cognition as I move. Let's actually start by only moving forward 1 without using any cognition, so just 1 set. I want to go ahead and scan this guy so you can understand what we're dealing with here, and this is why we're not fighting this guy. We are not strong enough for this battle. Now we are probably going to have to deal with him as we move.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Fun fact, they don't feel fear, so it doesn't matter. This is as far as my knowledge of the lore is. Uses Nightmare Shroud, which changes his strength, and he moves a lot. Now the reason why I've got my servitors here is they're cannon fodder, and they're protecting me. That is straight up the reason why we brought them. Like I said, I'm only gonna move them forward 1 here. This guy is, how strong this guy is. Okay, we should be fine to take this guy out. Let's go ahead and just wait for right now. I'm gonna leave my servitors right where they're at, which should protect my tech priest. I wanna keep them as alive as I possibly can. Let's go ahead and bring in, actually, no, let's not bring any servitors in quite yet. You guys get to just sit there. Let's go ahead and bring our tech priests forward. I want to make sure to take care of this guy if I can. Please hit for 4. Ah, crit. That also works. Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and use a cognition to move forward, though, to grab a cognition, and then to keep moving forward. For right now, that'll be far enough. Now this guy is going to...
How dare
What are we
these
gonna do?
wretched things stand before the Void Admiral of Cesaragon?
Cesaragon, huh? Who's that? We'll get there. Now, I kind of already know what his AI is gonna do. He's gonna go ahead and attack. Sorry, buddy. He's going to attack our servitors. They're cannon fodder. Essentially, your troops are cannon fodder. It really kind of sucks that we're going to be treating our guys like that, but it is what it is. Now we're going to move forth our tech priests as much as we can to there, and I think we'll be okay for right now. Now I'm going to move my servitor into the middle here. He's, again, cannon fodder. We could try and do damage here, but this is what happens. Wow, 1 point of damage out of 40. There is no way. Nope. Now I'm gonna bring another couple I'm actually gonna just bring one more servitor in here. So, well, he can stand there, actually. Just, can you just do anything? He's got the machine spirit. Let's see how much damage he does. 4! Nice. Let's go. I'm gonna use up my 1 cognition here. Grab a cognition here. I'm gonna use my servo skull to grab more cognition. We're gonna need it, trust me. Let's actually go ahead and we can move forward 1 more. Because we're gonna use the other guy to get 2 as well.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
Interestingly enough, I do kind of enjoy that he's an admiral. You live in space. Is there like, what are you doing in space? Oh, where are you going? What are you doing in space? All right, let's go ahead and grab this cognition. And let's scurry. Yeah, we need to get out of here. 1 more, please. And let's go ahead and call it up there. Okay, we shouldn't need to spawn any more troops in. You're just gonna have to sit there. Let's go ahead and grab the cognition here. We need it. We're not gonna quite make it looks like. We're really, really close, but we should be okay. I don't think anybody's gonna get to us.
Do not think to challenge us, we who killed our gods.
I mean, I guess you're not wrong. They did do that. All right, let's go ahead and get our other tech priest. Go, go, go. We have to wait 1 round here in order to survive, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up just because I want that done. And let's get out of here. Hooray, we've escaped. Cohort successfully escape the Xenos lifeforms. Report, Kepra. Well, we got the squad out alive, Magos. That has to count as a victory under the circumstances. We encountered a Necron warform of capability well beyond our expectations. Yes, I do not need to hold my emotional engrams. However, one battle won is not a success. We will eventually face losses on this mission. When this happens, we must press on beyond our failures to reach success. And there is something else. The reanimation? The Necrons are waking up. It started when Resak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival is accelerating the process. That obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi and the tomb are starting to open. Then we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. Whatever we do on Silva Tenebris, it must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We do not even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun then. Omnissiah, preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I return sorrow and despair from my emotional cores, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision making. Instead, I choose to quarantine them and adjust our approach. The word of the Omnissiah teaches us that when one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. Then what are your orders, Magos? The Skitarii will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. My tech priests will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crises. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skitarii immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader form of Necrons rarely, never observed. Potential of intelligence on Necrons added to sum total of human knowledge. Imperative, focus on acquiring artifacts intelligence data form. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scable. You counsel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of the Archmagos Borisis, Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and all his works. All else is deviance from the Omnissiah Creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval. To face an enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration at your counsel and choose to experience it. There will be bloodshed enough on Silva Tenebris without the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose we are united. This is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Scapola is just like, I guess. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitarii have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they have found gives me grave concern. Explain, xenobiologists. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Resek accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing in the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan for the exploration of Silver Tenebris will locate these structures and contain the constructs within. But maybe that may not be enough, Magos. I have detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols and the rate the Necrons are waking up. They're speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocols continue to accelerate, they will fully awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours. Given the extent of the buried structures, that will constitute a Necron army beyond the mission's ability to contain. I see. Then our time here is limited. Strategic calculations indicate time spent deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions we will be able to deploy. I will send Skitarii scouting parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high priority missions, sire. If the threat on Silva Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before reanimation is reached, we will be forced to abandon the planet. Alright, so first of all, we've got the Ekropos sector located. This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected via filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge, and a structure as alive and aware as anything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate that the walls are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy slows the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it seems unlikely that they are the only dangers here. Alright, oh, I meant to just pass up the tutorial, but we are free to do stuff. The first thing that you may have seen that unlocked is the Necron Awakening, which is currently at 0%, but as we do missions and whatnot, that will increase. We'll talk about that next time. We've got some stuff up at top here, the tech mission and cohort, how much total Blackstone we have, as well as all sorts of things on the side. We also have, if I press the spacebar, still unsure what this is on Switch, we have the Noospheric view, which is from one of our cohorts. And one of the things here is, I think if you've got the Heresy DLC, you have an extra person on the left side, which we'll be dealing with later. Now, one of the things about this game and actually completing everything is you may not be able to do everything on one run, because I believe there are 58 missions total. And even if you get some stuff at 0 awakening, some deployments done at 0 awakening, you have to manage very, very well and get kind of lucky if you wanted to complete all of them. And some of the missions are kind of set up to actually have you have so much awakening when you quit, which I'm talking about the boss battles. Like, you're not walking out of the boss battles with any less than maybe 4 or 5 awakening. So you have to be kind of cautious. You may not be able to complete everything. That may require you to go back and whatnot. But that is the tutorial. So next time we'll be jumping into some of the other stuff and kind of unlocking the tech, the missions, and our cohort, so we can start growing our team or improving our team or whatever the heck we're doing. And I will see you guys next time.